guys, Dana at Amber Dog Productions. Welcome back. So this time we're at the other Lost Lake. This Lost Lake is up on Mount Hood in the general region. There's basically two ways to get to this Lost Lake, and I think first I should point out that the Lost Lake I visited just a few days ago over in Eastern Oregon near Sisters, that lake actually gets lost. This particular Lost Lake is a lake you can likely get lost trying to get to. So with that being said, there's mainly two ways to get here. If you go up US 26 here in Oregon, if you go up US 26 from, let's say, Sandy, and you head towards Mount Hood, you can take a left on a road called Lolo Pass Road. Now, the caveat to Lolo Pass Road is it starts out good. It's very nice and everything like that. The thing about Lolo Pass Road is you never really know if down the road it's going to be there, like as in the road physically there. It could be nice. It starts out paved and then it goes into dirt, and there's lots of turnouts and stuff, so do make sure you download offline maps because you're not going to have any cell reception up there. That's a big help. Let's see. The road, you can make it all the way to Lost Lake if the road has been repaired through the winter or whatever the case is. Traverse that at your own risk. I've been successful at it with a bit of peril. The time that I went to this Lost Lake there before, it was interesting, we'll say. But with that said, the other way, you can go up I-84 towards Hood River, and gosh, what was that, exit 26 or something like that, or 62 maybe? Exit 62, I think it is. Again, download offline maps, and you can work your way on up. You'll go through some really neat little, housing areas, little towns and stuff like that, and then you kind of end up in the middle of nowhere, and lots of elevation climb and switchbacks and things like that. Do be careful on these switchbacks. If you're in an RV or you're pulling a camper to come up here, some of these switchbacks are extremely sharp. You could probably make it with an RV. Just hope no one else is coming the other way. That could get ugly. But it is paved all the way here. The road's in relatively good shape. There's some dip-de-doos and a few minor potholes, nothing you can't avoid, but it's completely doable. This lake is a fairly good one. My intent today was to get out on the lake. However, one thing I know about this lake is directly behind me on the other side is a mountain. I'll show you that. And if it looks kind of sketchy, one thing I can tell you, if it looks kind of sketchy here, and it is currently only 8:30 in the morning. If it looks kind of sketchy and the weather report's kind of iffy, storms roll in over that mountain right there, and because you're right literally at the base of it, you'll never see them coming. They'll just suddenly be upon you. Ask me how I know. Talking to you, Mom. And yeah, if you don't feel right about getting on the water, don't. This lake is about 174, 175 feet deep. The water's really clear. It's absolutely beautiful here. There's no doubt about it. Beautiful woodlands. Neat place. So what I plan to do today is I'll kind of walk you around and show you a little bit of Lost Lake, what I can access, and give you a feel for it. There is day use camping. There are camping reservations here. There is a lodge here. There's a gift shop here. They do kayak rentals here. So if you don't want to haul your stuff up here, you're good to go. They got, the lodge food is said to be pretty darn good. There is a boat launch here at the day use area, and this particular boat launch is concrete. I will say that it is rather steep. It's a pretty steep one, but it's got good access to the water. I'm just trying to let you know some things. If you haven't been here before, just trying to let you know some things to think about before you come here. If you got a lightweight kayak, don't worry, just pick the darn thing up, take it down there, and drop it in, no big deal. There are day-use camping spots down this way that have water access too. So if you pick one of those, you just throw it right in the water and go. So with that, let's have a look around. Okay, so here, turn you around here, this is the boat ramp. So you walk down this boat ramp, and it's, like I said, it probably doesn't look that steep on camera, but it's pretty steep. I mean, in other words, I'm kind of watching to make sure I don't roll on the gravel here, to make sure I don't slide down. And then in the water, if you can see it, they've got these concrete structures down here that go out there a ways. And welcome to Lost Lake. A little overcast today, a little choppy. This place is beautiful. This is a glaciatic formed lake, and these two ridges over there and over here, and no doubt that one, that whole area, I mean, this lake kind of darn near butts up to the bottom of it. And that's the area I'm talking about, where if the clouds are coming this way, which they are, and if there's a storm just on the other side of those, by the time, you know, when you're out on the water, by the time you see the storm coming, it's already breached the top of that. Now in this case, the water's kind of coming this way, and the water temperature is pretty darn good today. So the parking here, if you're carrying a boat trailer in the day use area, is very limited. We'll take a look at that. I'll show you that. So one thing is they got these really cool boardwalks here. It's kind of nice just to walk on for no good reason. I'll turn around, let you take a look at this. This is along the lake's edge. Lake's right over here. You can see through the trees. And it's really kind of neat because, you know, they got these just cool boardwalks to just take a walk and enjoy the views and the smells and the sights. Nice place. So I'm walking through the day use area down here by the water, and there's all these little neat little picnic tables and stuff like that right now. They're scattered everywhere. But then I look over here on the right side of the trail heading towards the lodge. Tucked up in the trees over here is another one. Little seating area. I mean, what a neat place to have like a little picnic, you know? Look at this. Let's come back up in here, and you got a little hole in here. I see people left some trash here. That's nice of them. Don't do that. Pack it in, pack it out, as they say. Keep our forest green. And then right here's another one. And this looks much better, like someone here actually cared. Thank you. Yeah, just neat little, neat little tucked away. It's kind of cool. And back out to the walking path. And those little things are just all through here. There's all kinds of just little spots like that that take you right down to the water from the day use area. It's pretty cool. You got campgrounds for newts and frogs. So yeah, that's one thing I've heard about this place, is that there are lots of different types of salamanders, newts, and lots of frogs here and stuff like that too, because there are some, like, especially on the other side, I noticed on the far side, there's some coves over there that have got some really neat wetlands area. And that's probably where you're going to see most of the frogs, I would assume, given what frogs like. But yeah, beautiful spot. So this place, like I said, there's a lot more day use and camping areas here. I mean, I've already walked by more in the last 3 minutes here than they have at Lost Lake in Eastern Oregon. But with that being said, Lost Lake is pretty well known, and the water stays here year-round. So paddleboarders, kayakers, things like that, this is probably likely to be a much more attractive place. It's also closer to Gresham, Portland, place like that. There's a nice little picnic area up in here you can see. So like you could have a family function of pretty good size up there. Looks like they got 4 tables up there. And this is the day use amphitheater, max 15, and 1 reserved parking space for a car. So yeah, you could have some good times up there. So here you got the general store, which goes up these stairs, and got a nice general store with all kinds of stuff up in there. And then across the street you have the boathouse, and here they do rental craft. Now here at this end, at this launch and stuff, you cannot launch your own kayaks. You can only launch, as it says here, rental craft only, no public launching. So you got to go down to the boat ramp or somewhere like that. But you can see that they have lots of tandem kayaks, regular kayaks. These appear to all be sit-on tops from what I can see. And they have rowboats. They got little pedal boats in here. And as I understand it, somewhere around here, it looks like they've got some kind of a paddleboard, hard-shell paddle boards down there. And they possibly do. You might want to call ahead to see if they still have the clear bottom kayaks too, because those used to be here. But yeah, nice place. Here inside the boat shop, it appears you got all kinds of stuff. Got all kinds of goodies and keychains, and got some cool mugs and souvenirs, things like that. And you got some goggles for you better buy 3 because your kids are definitely going to lose them. So yeah, this is cool. If you forget your water socks, they got you hooked up here. You got some fishing gear, fishing vest, nets. Pretty much what I can see. Grab the wife, kids. Come on in. Say hi to this guy. What's your name?
What up, David?
David?
Yeah.
Come in and see David. They got everything you need here. All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, have a good one.
So this is inside the general store. You got a good selection of pretty much everything you can imagine. Hats and shirts and all kinds of fun stuff. Look at this. A bear hat with ears. So in the general store, they got a lot of stuff in here, and they have a grill that has all kinds of food, pocket knives, flashlights with your names on them, all kinds of little doodads. That's pretty cool. Huh. These are kind of neat. Little dog paw stuff, that's kind of cool. And they got snackums if you need snackums and candy. I mean, it seems to me like pretty much whatever you need. If you just show up here, you got to be kidding me. You even got wine here. That's unbelievable. Wow. So yeah, just show up. Bring a tent. Obviously, if you have your own stuff, by all means do so. And here is their camping rates. Zoom in on that for you. There you go. So we got all the rentals for the Oh, they even rent tents here. That's unbelievable. Okay, well, yeah, they have everything you need here. So if you reserve it early enough, the lodge, you can actually stay at the lodge. I can probably say it's safe to assume that in order for you to reserve a room at the lodge, you should probably seriously get it done like a year or two in advance, maybe check into that. I can't imagine that that there's many openings. You wait till, you know, June or something like that, you're probably not getting in. And likely the same thing with the reserved campsites. So, but you know, here it is. I'm on a, what is today? Wednesday, I think it is. And there's like the day use stuff is just wide open there all over the place. And then over here appears to be the cabins. So you got cabins up here that you can reserve. So they got a nice parking area over there. And if you have a trailer, it looks to me like there's plenty of room for that. So yeah, that's cool. That road where that car's going, that area goes to more reserved cabins, campgrounds, things like that. I've been down there before, so. And here we have reserved for day use. And we have ADA wheelchair parking as well. Yeah, pretty much it looks like there's a lot of space here. It's definitely wide open. Appears to be well maintained. As with everywhere else you go, there's lots of trees laying around. But it seems like generally, not all, but with a lot of them that have been felled for whatever reason, it looks like they've been used in a good way. Check this out. Like when you're going to the general store. So, right there. So they're using them as borders instead of just, you know, not all of them, but you see over here, you know, here's some here they've used for bordering, natural bordering, you know, instead of some concrete curb. You know, that's innovative thinking. I like that. That's kind of nice. So I think that the area is clean, well kept, other than a couple little day use spots that people got lazy. There are dumpsters available, garbage cans available, all kinds of things like that. It's wide open, it's big. I'd be surprised if you came here and you just could not find anywhere to go. You know, I think that if you come here, you're going to be able to find somewhere. And there is some day use parking down here by the lodge. There's some up top. There's a couple of spots down by the boat ramp, like 4 more spots available that are just above the boat ramp as you come back out of there. So yeah, it's pretty nice. And you don't have to travel too far to find one of the vault toilets either. So it's cool. Well, Lost Lake, Oregon, the one that doesn't disappear. So, day before yesterday, I captured Lost Lake near Sisters that does disappear, and captured the vertical lava tubes where that lake drains into. And today, I cruised up. We got crows having a cow. They're fighting over something. I don't know what they got. But decided to take a run up here. I was going to put my kayak in today. But they say follow your gut. My gut is telling me no. It is kind of sprinkling right now, and that doesn't usually bode well at this location if you're going to be out on the water. The water isn't that cold, and that's fine. But I am aware that this place, when the winds kick up, man, they kick up and stuff can get nasty real fast from over that mountain range like I mentioned earlier. So if you don't think it's safe, don't go in the water. It's common sense, right? So I did capture that little aerial shot to show you the kind of the size of the lake and stuff like that in the area. That's kind of cool. And a nice little walkabout. I think final takeaway, Lost Lake, I think that honestly, I think it's a wide open area. There's actually a lot more camping, like day use areas here than I thought there was. And I guarantee I didn't find a third of them. You know, that boardwalk I was walking down, it just keeps going. There's little turnouts and people up in the woods, little plateaus up there, little tents, and you know, it's nestled in everywhere. So it might do you good to come out here, you know, camp for a day or just do a day trip or something like that, but walk the area and just go for a hike around the area, around the lake, and see what's there. There's Butte Trail that gives you a beautiful overlook of the lake and everything like that. So definitely Lost Lake is a winner. Getting here is a little bit of a drive, but you know, that's part of the beauty of this place that keeps it from being overloaded like you find at somewhere like Frog Lake or particularly Trillium Lake. Now, I got to admit, Frog and Trillium both have the most incredible views of Mount Hood you ever seen. There is that. It's kind of nice. But Trillium back in the cove can get a little bit rowdy with partiers and stuff back there. They're yelling and screaming and stuff. But the main body of the lake and out there off to the right, it's pretty good. But this place seems to be a little more low key. And so if you're looking for a peaceful place and safe place, take your kids and, you know, maybe just hang out for a weekend, unplug. It's a nice place to unplug. You will see other people here. There's no doubt about it. You're not going to get away with like I did at Lost Lake and near Sisters. But even still, even though you're going to run into people here, even with that being said, the spaces are wide enough apart where, you know, you still have some solitude. Like, you know, there's, I don't see another camp spot next to me right here. And here we are at a day use spot. I just kind of walked down here. So, yeah, nice place. The general store is really well stocked. The restaurants, you know, the lodge food up there looks really good. Great menu, as you saw. And the boat store's got goodies. The general store's got goodies. They even got wine. I never anticipated that. That was kind of funny. So, anywho, don't be afraid to come on up here to Lost Lake. Do check your weather. And, you know, even this day use, I could get a kayak in here. I couldn't get my big old kayak in here, but a normal kayak, yeah, you get in right there. No problem. Paddleboard, stuff like that, no problem. But there's lots of places to put in at, too. So, and it's not that far of a walk from the boat ramp to the general store and the boat store and stuff like that, too. So, there's a lot of stuff here at the at this end of the lake. And there are the whole side of the lake. There's lots of stuff everywhere. So they do offer you a map when you're first coming into the area. They give you that map. You can see that there's stuff all along the lake. You're not limited to just one little corner of the lake. So there's definitely a lot to do and see here. So with that being said, come on up to Lost Lake, check it out. It is a beautiful place, great forests, and the scenery is just, as always, staggering at this place. But I really wanted to kind of lock down both of these Lost Lakes this week while I was on vacation. And hopefully that understanding the difference between the two will help. So this is Dana Price at Amber Dog Productions. Experience nature. We'll see you on the next one.